this recipe is for slims. Now, slims can be just a potato bread, always done on the griddle. Maybe around County Down it would be more of a potato thing. Where I'm from and around Antrim, it would be a slim, would essentially be a fruit soda, and slim because it's a smaller soda. So not a big fluffy soda, just a nice one. So in here I've got self-raising soda bread flour or plain flour with baking soda in it. And then some sultanas, so just a few, you know, not that much. So you could put raisins, or you can do you know, anything. I mean, I've made these actually with dried cranberries and a wee bit of orange, and they're nice. But we're gonna stick to tradition here. And then buttermilk, and so this is just the same recipe. So when you make your butter, you've got your buttermilk. So that's the residue, and then this would have been the traditional way of making our griddle breads. So in with the buttermilk, I really just want to put enough to make like a kind of a, we don't really want a loose dough, just a nice sort of tight dough on this. So and you see when you get that lovely smell of buttermilk and, you know, just hitting the flour, it's really lovely. So nice, if you have a look at that there, that really to me is what it should be like there. Just a nice sort of stiff, coming together nicely. The buttermilk reacts with the baking soda, and that's where you get the carbon dioxide. So we don't want to knock that out of it. So, you know, really be pretty gentle with the soda flour. So again, wee bit of flour on our board, and soda in the middle, and then just another wee bit. Now we're just going to just knead this very, very slightly, just be nice and gentle with it, because if you, as I said before, if you don't want it, we do not want to knock the air out of this. So just like that, just nice and gentle, and then a bit of flour on top, and then just roll that out quite thin there. So, and with a soda flour, you would have cut this into 4, but we're going to cut this into quite a few wee bits. And I remember my next door neighbour actually used to make these, and she used to make them into like sort of wee rectangles, so rather than a flour. So just in her honour, I'm going to do them like that today, just in wee rectangles. So just cut through like that. We'll do 6. Or 8. So those are them ready. When any of my relatives or my neighbours were teaching me how to bake bread, they always said leave the fowls or leave the soda bread on the board for about 5 minutes before you put it onto the griddle. Just go have a cup of tea and then come back to that. Okay. So I've left these for about 5 minutes, so you can sort of see them a wee bit bouncy, they just come up a wee bit. So I'm just going to stick these straight onto the griddle. I'll just leave those for probably they normally take about 5 minutes each side, and then maybe a stack. But you can see they're a wee bit thinner than the normal soda, so they should be good. So these are ready. You sort of lift them up and we tap. That's ready. Lovely. Perfect. You also know to look at them because they're just. And we'll just lift these up, put them onto the cooling rack. When my next door neighbour used to make these, they were always very precise and exactly the same shape. So I think she'd be disgusted at me at the moment, but I quite like that it's all different shapes and sizes. Lovely smell from those, and you know, you sort of smell the buttermilk and you get that nice wee bit of fruit coming through, and of course scorched flour and turf, nothing better. So we'll just take one of these here. I've got this nice hand rolled butter. It's called Abernethy butter, but it's rolled in Dramara in County Down, but they roll it the traditional way on the butter pats. So we just take one of the wee soda flours, just split it open. So this is our wee fruit slim, and then just take a nice bit of their butter there, You want to be nice and generous with the butter too and let that melt into it. Do another one there, we'll just put that onto the plate. Take another wee one here, so we're just going to here to take a triangular one this time, so just cut through that there and then just a nice wee bit of that lovely steam. And when it opens up you get that beautiful smell of buttermilk, scorched flour, a wee bit of sweet fruit coming through there. Butter, of course, is essential in this. Nothing else will do. It has to be butter. That's our lovely slim done on the turf fire on the griddle with fruit. So proper slims, no potatoes in them, fruit, a thin fruit soda, and this is the way I would have learned how to make it in Akadui.